Well, I've been thinking a lot about the kind of woman I want to be, and I've settled on Latina, preferably. I don't know if it's too late to change, but I really am bored of being this. Right? I can't tell what anyone is anymore. I usually like to find a good, boring-looking white woman and be like, you get me, but we're kind of a spicy crowd in here tonight, so I'm not going to make any assumptions. Latina women don't take any shit. If I could go back to the womb and like somehow choose, that would be awesome. My building manager, Maria, knocked on my door today asking for a garbage bag. I'm like, okay. I come back to give it to her. It's not until I pass through the bag that I realize the reason she's knocking on my door is because she's got her foot planted on the tail of a rat that is wriggling trying to get free, and casually as can be, like a mob boss putting on a hit, just palms the rat through the bag and starts tying up this little hostage to throw in the dumpster, all the time just being like, ¿Cómo estás? I'm like, yo estoy always paying my rent on time. That's what's gonna happen. Look, secretly, I just like that Latina women can say things like, I'm Papi, and sound really sexy, you know? I said it, I got kicked out of bed. I'm like, I'm Papi. He's like, what are you, a sailor? Man, I've been growing out my hair. I got this haircut because the hairdresser said it was a statement haircut. I didn't know the statement was, I hate dick. That's what short hair means to people these days. I even went to Amsterdam, and it's true. In some places, short hair means you're gay. Some places, it means you're over 50. So basically, it's the universal sign that you're done with men. I thought it was going to be just like, I need a little break, you know, from men. Like those little coasters at the Brazilian steakhouses that are like, no, no, no. Okay, I'm ready for more meat, you know? Instant. I did it after a bad breakup, so to be fair, I did need a little healing time. The hairdresser was like, how long do you want? I'm like, 6 to 8 months. You guys remember that TV show, John and Kate Plus 8? Yeah, the couple that had 8 kids. I'm just saying, after the show, Kate got a divorce and this haircut. People were like, oh my God, she must be gay now. It's like, no, if I pooped out 8 kids, I also wouldn't want a dick near me for a good long time. People make all sorts of assumptions, like they look at me and they're like, oh, you're clearly into softball. Notoriously gay women play sports like softball. Okay, behind the making of the joke. I like including that. It's true, I get mistaken for a gay woman a lot, but I love it, because I get hit on by both men and women in bars, which means double the drinks. Yeah. And then I'm like, am I gay? Am I straight? I'm not really sure. It all works out. It took getting this haircut to realize how much I prefer getting hit on by women. Women are so much better at taking rejection than men. Like maybe it's just because we're used to not getting what we asked for. I used to love getting asked out by men. It was so flattering. And then, and I found, oh, it's even kind of sweet when they get upset after I turn them down, because, you know, they must really want me bad to get so upset. And then I saw a guy lose his shit that there wasn't enough caramel drizzle in the side of his Starbucks cup, and I was like, oh, it's a really low bar for them losing their shit. Man, I don't want to lead anyone on, that's mean to do, but I invite a few women to hit on me because they're so nice. Women let you keep the compliment when you turn them down. I'm like, no thanks. They're like, sorry, gorgeous. Thanks anyway, beautiful. You have a good night. I turn down a man who's just like, dumb bitch didn't want you anyway. It's true. And I think, dudes, if you don't want to be rejected so much, stop asking out 20-year-olds. They haven't lowered their standards yet. Go for a 30-year-old. You ask out a 20-year-old who's not interested, you're getting... Ugh. You ask out a 30-year-old who's not interested, you're getting drinks. Minimum. And I've gone over with this with my guy friends. They're all strategizing about how to successfully get a woman and like get it. And I'm like, no, stop. Be nice. I don't want to be treated like a target. I want to be treated like Target. Just be like, babe, you've got everything I need. Why would I go anywhere else? They're into nagging. They're like, no, you gotta treat a woman bad. I'm like, no. Now you're treating me like Walmart. Like you're embarrassed to be seen inside of me. Dudes are sloppy with their game, I gotta say it. I don't even care if a guy asks me out when it's inappropriate. I just don't understand when they ask me out and it's completely irrelevant to the situation. I pulled my car over on a busy 4-lane street one time because I saw a dog loose running around and I got out to help catch it, trying to save its life. And a dude pulls up in a busted minivan, hanging out the window. Instead of offering to help, offers to buy me a drink. I'm like, dude, what about this situation made you think, oh, chasing tail. Okay, got it. I get the logic, putting it together. Okay. I think, dudes, you gotta put some more effort in. You can't just be like spraying your effort around hoping something will catch. That's the same strategy used by the makers of Sharknado. That's what you're gonna get out of it. They're just putting out crap hoping one thing hits. You keep putting out low quality effort, you're not gonna get high quality back. You're gonna get terror-y. I like that I got the oh after Tim said. Everyone's like, Tara Reid, she's a national treasure. Don't you dare touch that queen. I was in a Sharknado type movie, probably the 400th installment. They ran out of like combinations of sharks. They're mixing things that shouldn't be mixed together. They're like spider shark, ghost shark, brother sister shark. Some real monsters come out of that. And I was cast in this movie as the lead. It's called Shark Side of the Moon. Yeah, so when you guys want to go home and Tubi it later, it's exactly what you think it would be. Russians have engineered mutant shark monster human hybrids. They accidentally lose control of them and put them on a rocket to the moon to keep Earth safe. How nice of them. And my spaceship, 40 years later, crash lands on the moon, and that's where we find ourselves. And my friends are like, what genre is that? Russians dropping shark monsters on humanity? I'm like, I don't know, I think you could call that like best case scenario. And I'm embarrassed that I took the part because apparently my dignity is only worth $212 a day, ultra low budget. But I was so broke during the pandemic that I was playing credit card go fish. I was like, do I have $1,200 for rent this month? Get another card, okay. And I'm reading the script the night before we start filming, and I'm embarrassed enough to tell people that I'm in a shark movie. But I get to halfway through the script where the shark human monster who's helping my side defeat the bad sharks gets pregnant with a shark monster baby of her own. And my crewmates want to kill her, and I say, stop! Don't kill it! It's an innocent baby, it's done nothing wrong! And I put down the script and I say, fuck. I'm in a Christian film. And I called my dad to tell him the news because I didn't know how he would react. I was like, on the one hand, shark movie, that's super embarrassing. On the other hand, I booked a role, and it's kind of our thing. Like, I'll call home, and he'll be as supportive as he can be. I'm like, Dad, I booked a role, and he's like, that's great. It's not porn, is it? And I'll always be like, gotta watch to find out. So when I told him I was in a shark movie, you guys, it was so sweet. He was so excited to tell his friends that I was doing porn. Because honestly, that was less embarrassing for both of us. I don't know, since I moved to LA, I feel like I'm at a real crossroads. Not like the Britney Spears movie Crossroads. I've never sold out a theater, but like I'm at a place where I can't compare myself to older women because they've all hit these milestones of families and houses and stuff. And I just can't relate to that. I went home and my stepmom did my laundry and realized I'm still wearing thongs. She's like, oh, I can't do those anymore. I don't like the idea of something in my butt. I'm like, well, Barb, you're lucky. You already have a husband. But I can't get along with younger women, no offense, because they do things like, I just learned there's a trend on TikTok where teenage girls are taking themselves and dabbing it on like perfume. Yeah, my friend Rachel told me about it. She's like, gross, who wants to smell like a dead, rotten, smelling fish? I'm like, you should get that checked out, Rach. You might, maybe a little doctor's visit. I lost you guys at Tara Reid. That's when you lost your faith in me. I know that's true. Look, the dabbing. I felt old because after that, people were like, oh, I thought you meant dabs. And I was like, what's that? So either way, sorry, young people make me feel old. Like these 19-year-old girls that are out here, and it's not that I have anything against girls who are younger and hotter than me. I just hate them. Like, I went to hire one for the desk job at my gym, and in the interview I was like, okay, let me check your references. She was like, you look like a roller derby extra from Whip It. And I'm like, you're hired. That was extremely impressive. There's really only one 19-year-old in particular who bothers me. It's my boyfriend's ex. They started dating when she was 19. That's hard for me to compete with, and he doesn't understand why. They lived together for 8 years, and like, okay, 19-year-olds are still making an effort to please a man. The older I get, the less I try to please anyone, even myself. I no longer use my vibrator for pleasure. I use it for problem solving. 19-year-olds are out there exploring their sexuality. I'm the explorer on her way back from failed missions. Just like, I can't go out there again. Too many men have died. Like, I'm sitting on the couch at this point, unless, I'm like, I'm never doing that again unless the queen pays me enough. But so he doesn't get wine intimidated by that. And I tried to flip it to something he could understand. It's like, okay, you don't understand how intimidating it is for me that you lived with this 19-year-old and she had the ass of a 19-year-old. Well, what would you say if I told you the last man I lived with had the dick of a black man? What would you say to that? He goes, well, I would say you're lying because your dad is white. Like, good listening. And it's embarrassing how neurotic I got about it. I never thought I'd be threatened by a 19-year-old, but I looked her up on Instagram and she's very pretty, and then it created a huge fight with us because she noticed I followed her to her car. even had a nightmare about her because once I connected a face to it, and it was horrible because in the dream it turns out she was a really good kisser. I woke up like, woof, more to compete with. He thinks I'm crazy. But he's still with me. He thinks I'm crazy. I keep asking who broke up with who. He's like, why does it matter? I'm like, because. And ladies, back me up on this. Because if you broke up with her, maybe you're gonna do it to me the same way. If she broke up with you, maybe you still have lingering feelings for her. He's like, oh my God, Maxi, how could we have broken up in any way that wouldn't make you doubt my feelings for you? I'm like, ideally, murder-suicide. It was his birthday last week, so I got him 2 records because he loves them. I got him Joe Strummer and 24 Hours Without Me Picking a Fight. I think it was a winner. Like, I'm trying my best to be a good girlfriend because I've seen what's out there. I'm like trying still to be cute, like that foster dog that's hoping it turns into a forever situation. I'm like, keep me, please, keep me off the streets. I've seen the bad guys. Needless to say, I used to think I'd take dating no one over dating someone who made me compromise who I am, and that turns out that's not true, and I know that because this week I've watched way too many foreign films. His idea, not mine, let's be clear. You know, it's cute though, I did get asked out by a woman this week, and God, it was so nice, and I had to be like, no, I'm not interested. So we're getting drinks. But it felt so nice just to be purely complimented again that I tried to pay it forward. I was passing a girl on the sidewalk today in a pretty dress, so I stopped her. I said, excuse me, you look really nice in that dress. She looks at me and goes, ugh. I know, I was like, dumb bitch and watch you anyway. I get mistaken for a gay woman a lot, I get mistaken for a trans woman a lot, and it puts me in a difficult situation because I'm like, I mean, do I correct you or let you keep thinking I'm cool? I had a casting director after a scene I did thank me for bringing my non-gender specific essence to the scene. To which I said, you're welcome. Okay, to clear up any confusion, I'm cisgender, which means I agree with the label my parents gave me at birth. They're like, it's a disappointment. Okay. Oh yes. Tim, I just want to let you know that if there is a light that I've missed, please wave more wildly, because I don't want to keep anyone sweating here longer than they want to be.
Let's sweat all we can!
Oh! You can't hear very well either. But oh God, fuck, you guys are fun. I did not know I was gonna get to come have such a fun crowd this late on a Sunday. Yeah, you guys are like the anti-church. You're like church in the morning, comedy in the evening. We're bookending the day with naughty and nice. Baby Jesus. So, thank you, Jesus. All of it. I don't know. I think we all benefit, I hope you guys agree, from not being able to ask anyone's gender anymore. Like this week, I know it sounds crazy, but I got a free coffee because of it. I went to Starbucks and the barista was like, Americano for Steve? I'm like, that's mine, thank you. My only problem with transgender females, and that's men transitioning to female, is it's never the dudes we wish would cut their dicks off. I say we take one politician a year, we all get to vote on one, get chopped off, we call it elective surgery. Fuck yeah!